Nothing screams life of the party like forgetting how to talk. You're at a social gathering, someone asks you a question, and bam, your brain just filed for bankruptcy. Sound familiar? Don't worry. Today, we're breaking the cycle of awkward silences. Watch the video before you get invited to fewer parties. Why you run out of things to say. Let's start with why this happens. Spoiler. It's not because you're boring, but it might be because your brain is lazy, anxious, or just not caffeinated enough. You're stuck in the weather and work loop. How's the weather? Oh, it's good. Cool. So, what do? Crickets. It's not you, it's the approach. So, let's fix that. Running out of things to say is your brain's way of asking, can we go home now? Strategy 1. Ask better questions. First up, stop with the boring, dead-end questions. Nobody's excited to answer, what do you do? For the 97th time this month. Instead, ask open-ended questions like, what's the weirdest thing that happened to you this week? If you had to delete all apps except one, which one's staying? These are like little conversation grenades. Pull the pin and let it explode into actual interesting dialogue. Newsflash. Nobody cares about the weather. Literally nobody. Strategy 2. Have backup stories. Think of yourself as Netflix. Have 2 to 3 go-to episodes ready to play when the conversation stalls. These aren't random rants. They're curated stories, like the time you got locked in a bathroom at a concert or the weirdest thing you've eaten. Pro tip, keep them short, funny, and let others chime in. This is storytelling, not a TED Talk. Nobody asked for your life story. Keep it short, Spielberg. Strategy 3, use observational humor. Observational humor is a gold mine. Look around and point out something hilarious or bizarre. For example, why is that guy holding his coffee like it's a Fabergé egg? Is it just me, or does this playlist sound like someone's dad made it? Congrats! You've just made yourself instantly relatable, without even trying that hard. If life gives you awkward moments, make sarcastic lemonade. Strategy 4. Embrace silence. Okay, let's clear something up. Silences aren't always awkward. Sometimes they're just pauses. Instead of freaking out, use them to pivot. Example, you're stuck in silence. Just go. So, speaking of nothing, what's your go-to karaoke song? Boom. You're back in business. Silence isn't awkward. Panicking about it? That's awkward. Strategy 5. Listen like you mean it. Here's a plot twist. Listening is actually the cheat code to never running out of things to say. Act like you care about what they're saying, and boom, you've got material for follow-ups. Plus, people love talking about themselves. Just nod, smile, and say, tell me more. It's basically magic. Listening. Revolutionary idea, right? Who knew conversations had two sides? Strategy 6. Prep a little going to a party? Prep a bit. Think of a few interesting questions, weird facts, or funny things that happened recently. You're not overthinking it. You're just saving yourself from standing in a corner, pretending to text your mom. Prepping for a conversation isn't desperate. Staring at your phone for an hour? That's desperate. So there you have it. 6 strategies to keep your conversations alive, kicking, and far from awkward. Whether it's killer questions, good stories, or just being slightly more observant, you're set. Now go forth, talk like a pro, and never run out of things to say again. Or don't, but you can't say, I didn't try. Subscribe if you've ever said, yeah,